Welcome to Kath and Mikey Make a Podcast, episode 12. I'm Mikey,
And I'm Kat.
and we are talking about the final vision. Today we're talking about the final episode of WandaVision, episode 9.
Amazing. At the beginning, I was a bit worried that it looked too Marvel-y for my taste, but then it got good.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with the Wanda fight in particular, which is,
Yeah.
it's kind of how we start. Agnes lets go of the kids, and Wanda and Agnes fight in the street. And you see right off the bat, when Wanda uses her powers, Agnes absorbs it, like we saw in the last episode.
Yeah, and she's getting kind of drained.
Her
Like a
hand
raisin.
is her hand is raisoning. Very quickly, they're interrupted because White Vision appears. She's clearly, shocked. She's like, "Hey,
Hey,
hey,
what's
you!"
up?
And then he tries to squeeze her head, not like a raisin, like a grape,
Like a melon.
and it makes a horrifying cracking noise.
Yeah, like, are you okay?
Yeah, after he squeezed, she just reinflated her head with magic.
Is that a head injury I hear?
And he really
Perhaps
burns
a
her.
skull fracture?
He's like, "I was told you were powerful."
Yeah. What a dick.
Hayward programmed him.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Vision and Wanda reunite for a second after he punches White Vision away. Punches him away real hard. And then he's like, "Wanda." And she's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry about all this." He's like, "I know why you did it, but fucking stop." And she's like, yeah, I'll stop.
Yeah. Just help me out with this one.
Truly touching.
Yeah. No, yeah, he punches him and then something explodes.
Yeah. I did like the Vision versus Vision fight.
Yes.
It was very Man of Steel, but without the gratuitous destruction.
Oh, and the close-ups and
Yeah, and the capes fluttering, but it had its own unique flair since for one, they're evenly matched, and for another, they have the phasing ability, which was fun to watch. Like, when you think one has the other trapped, they just phase through them.
yeah.
Yeah, and the special effects look great. I'm so glad that we're in an era where on TV, they're not afraid to show you heroes at their full power, because that was the most frustrating thing growing up watching stuff like Smallville. It's like, can you do Superman shit?
Do the thing. Do the thing. We know you can do it. Just do it.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it in 8 seasons."
And I'll show you. I'll show you that costume you want to see. I'll show it to you.
But from
the
a
last
distance.
episode.
Like, you can barely see me for a second.
Very far away, and we're like fine with it. We took it.
It's all we had.
It's all we had.
Yeah, Monica trapped with Ralph.
Boner. Really, it was all a dick joke. No, I don't think it was all a dick joke. I hope he comes back.
I heard an interview with the director, and apparently the name Boner is actually a reference to a sitcom. That I don't know what it is, but I feel like this was kind of a dirty trick.
It was a red herring. That's what it's
But
called.
a meta one.
Yeah, super meta.
Yeah, and I just feel like...
I think they feed off of our stress.
Why would
That's my theory, that Marvel feeds off the collective stress of the fandom from theorizing and like talking over each other, and just like that creates pure energy.
Yeah.
And they consume it to keep themselves young. That's my theory.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know about
People call me crazy, but I'm not.
Vision versus Vision. We brought that up, but they're in the sky now, having a bunch of punches. The kids are like, "Can you see him?" No. Yeah. Felt very Dragon Ball Z. There are so many fights in that where people are moving so fast that the lower level characters are like, "I can't even see what they're doing." Yeah.
And then we also have Agatha and Wanda still fighting, and like psychological warfare of them
Yes, but
fighting.
after the sword thing, no, sorry. After the Vision versus Vision thing, it goes to Sword and Jimmy Woo, who, calls the FBI. Hayward makes an embarrassing joke.
Oh
He
yeah.
looks at Woo and he's like, "Seems like you don't have enough vision."
What I think Jimmy tells him like something. I'm like,
He
yeah.
was like, "That's a good one," which in that moment he should have known Jimmy was up to no good.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I already alerted the FBI. They'll be here in like an hour. I like how he later goes like, hey, can you be here in like an hour?
Hey, you guys, this is pretty
Hey, could
serious.
you
Can you please show up?
do me a solid? Please show
It's
up.
gonna be
Really,
really
really,
embarrassing
totally.
for me. What is Hayward's deal?
Yeah, but now we know.
Uh,
He's a war criminal.
what
No,
is
I don't know.
happening in his life?
I
I
don't.
just wonder.
I don't know.
But I like how when Jimmy takes off the handcuffs, he says flourish.
Oh, he goes first. Yeah.
Yeah, going back to
I'm
the
I'm so happy. I'm so proud of him that he's getting all these magician tricks, like the card trick that he learned from
Paul Rudd.
Well, Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. You remember that movie? Hey, yeah, hey, Mikey.
Which one was that?
You remember that movie?
What
Oh,
are you
you
talking
know.
about?
It's the one that you used to go to sleep.
No, I used the first Ant-Man to go to sleep.
And what does
I
the
have
second
standards.
Oh, so what does the second Ant-Man do? Just fuel your
Oh,
rage?
well, it's quantum, but in the quantum, but if you use quantum and then quantum, then it's still not a fucking interesting story. You can feel the absence of Edgar Wright in that one.
Definitely. Like at least in the first one, there was some Edgar Wright.
Yeah, like you know that briefcase gag where he's like, "I'm gonna incinerate you," and it's like, what band does it play? Siri brings up a band.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but that was really fun. There are so many fun bits in that first movie that I feel like this wasn't Peyton Reed. Because there's a scene that is shot for shot like the test footage that Edgar Wright did.
Oh
So
wow.
there's a lot of stuff from what he did. Anyways, there's a chapter devoted to you in the Darkhold. The Scarlet Witch is not born, she is forged. Interesting
Oh.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting exposition in the middle of their fireball fight.
Yeah.
They
Agatha is all about the exposition.
do you wanna hear about my problem with this fight that I'm gonna tell you about no matter what you say?
Okay.
So, why are two witches having an Iron Man fight? Why are they flying in the sky and shooting laser blasts at each other?
Lightning bolt. No, I don't.
When they're magical. Okay, you could have done something creative with that.
I did the part from the fight that I did kind of enjoy was when, well, for one, the part where Wanda just like kind of does the little thing where she like snaps her fingers and disappears.
Invisawanda.
Yeah, and this Wanda. I thought that was so cute for some reason.
Yeah,
Adorable.
she was very cheeky when she did it.
But yeah, he was like, huh, bitch. And then the Jedi mind tricks she did.
Hmm. And she did that weird like speed up effect.
Oh, that
Again,
was cool.
like
Yeah.
from Age of Ultron.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was so weird in Age of Ultron. I'm glad they made it like sort of like, yeah, she does this sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
The
but
kind of make her look creepy.
you know what I thought would be really cool? Well, for one, when I'm talking about the creativity, like think about the fight between Strange and Thanos, where like one throws like glass and he turns it into butterflies and then turns into multiple versions of himself. It's like
Yeah.
really cool creative stuff. Like, what if while Agatha and Wanda had been fighting, the and this would help like pull the whole show together. The the hex is already on the fritz. So what if while they were fighting, they were transforming into the different eras of the show?
Oh.
And so like they're fighting in the black and white world but with modern action camera techniques.
Mhm.
I think that would be really cool.
I thought that it would have also just been, I don't know, other things would have been cool. I would have liked the special effects to look cooler.
With the witches in particular, because Vision looked really good.
Yeah, but with the witch fight, I don't know. I've from what I've seen in the at least I don't know if earlier, not the earlier comics, but um from the 2015 comics of Scarlet Witch. I mean, the fights looked pretty dope. In that, you then again you see ghouls and demons and shit, and you go into the witch's
Ooh.
corridor,
Things
and
that she can like
things change.
destroy without remorse.
Yeah, and yeah, that too. But also, it's sometimes it's drawn so beautifully
Yeah.
how she does what she's doing, and it would have been interesting to see. We know that Wanda can't do that yet because she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have the knowledge. It would have been nice to see Agatha doing all of those things and like doing the hexes and like
Definitely.
speaking in different tongues and in different languages because Wanda
Yes.
does that. She casts spells in different languages. Like I've seen her cast spells in Japanese and Arabic and in Hebrew. Like she goes down with the languages, you know. But not
Yeah.
that that makes any. But it's
She is still learning, but another thing that would have been cool is her watching Agatha's spells and immediately learning them.
that would have also explained how she learned the fucking runes.
I think that is the explanation. That literally all she has to do, she's so powerful that she just has to think about it.
Yeah,
Like her will makes it so.
I know that, I understand that, but I don't think you can explain it all away with her being all powerful. What does it matter that she's so powerful if we don't establish that besides being so powerful, she can also learn to control it as quickly as her powers develop?
She must have altered the probability of her having a photographic memory.
Whatever.
You wanted this.
No, I know I wanted it, but now I'm nitpicking myself.
Yeah,
But
yeah. These are because really these things have nothing to do with the story at large.
yeah, exactly. It's just the big villain fight that we have in the end,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fine. There's no big bad here because
Yeah.
Agatha in the end gets toned down and controlled,
Mm-hmm.
and Hayward would turn out to be
But
nothing.
defeated by Darcy.
Defeated by Darcy. You're going to jail.
Yeah, but no. At this point in the fight, Agatha wakes up Dottie and the townspeople, and Dottie has this
Oh, you went
moment.
back in the fight.
Yeah, where she's like, "My name is Sarah. Please, if you could just let me hold my child, maybe she can be friends with yours, or make her a bully if you don't like that story."
Oh
Like
yeah.
she's showing Wanda that they're truly suffering, and Wanda's like, "No, no, no. Your lives are all better this way." And the
Yeah.
postman is like, "I'm so tired." Yeah, and she gets surrounded by them until again, like excellent acting. She like cries and silences all of them by choking them, and then is immediately like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." These things are out of her control. She
Yeah.
might think that she's doing it one way, but she's doing it another. And the most chilling line was Norm saying, "When you let us sleep, we have your nightmares."
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
don't want.
she's
I wouldn't wish my nightmares on anyone.
no. And if you're to believe that she was happy in this world at all, it means she's completely displacing her trauma and grief onto other people instead of keeping it herself. Instead of bearing the burden, she's giving it to everyone else.
It would. I was thinking more that she was probably displacing it all to her dreams and nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Her
is how she
subconscious
sleeps.
pushing it deep, deep, deep.
But in order to brunt the burden of pushing all of that into her subconscious, she's spreading it out while she sleeps to everyone else. Crazy.
It's crazy. And it does seem like something someone out of the Book of the Damned would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now is when we have the Ralph reveal.
Oh, boner.
Ralph Boner.
Punch someone.
Yeah.
I need to punch someone at Marvel.
We all enjoyed it. The twins decide that they're gonna help. And as Wanda closes the barrier to stop everyone's suffering,
opens the barrier.
Tries to get rid of it, her kids and Vision start
to disappear.
Yeah, dematerializing. I feel like this is one of the biggest gasp moments of the episode when they're like, "Mom, help," and like falling apart because we didn't know whether or not they could survive without this.
Clearly they can't.
Yeah, clearly they can't. So she closes the hex again. And then we have our incredible shot. Whole family together. Superpowers.
Yeah.
It's like, we didn't prepare you for this, boys, but you were born for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love that.
They have the shot, and then they all go off and do their own thing anyways.
Yeah. They had their Avengers shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that's what I meant when I said that it looked so Marvel in that part.
Too cheesy?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, I feel
But then again, maybe it was just playing into, let's just say that they already reached that part of TV where it was ABC, and it would be like a type of superhero ABC show. Do you know any superhero ABC show?
You're talking about the Inhumans.
I was thinking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but yes.
Oh, right. The less popular one.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
Yeah, the niche one.
Yeah, definitely. Released in IMAX. Yeah. Canceled after, 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., pathetic. Inhumans is where it's at. But their crossover with Iron Fist last year... Mwah. Wait, are you okay?
Just don't want to talk about
Okay, we're
this
cutting.
anymore.
She has to go to the hospital. So, Vision in the library with other Vision. You know what I noticed? White Vision, like, a part of his mouth is, like, drooping. Like, they couldn't figure it out completely. I like that little detail. It seems to be fixed after he gets his memories back, though. Yeah. And they have the whole Ship of Theseus conversation.
Which I had only heard once before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was interesting. It was
a great way to resolve it.
Yeah, and it was a very Vision way to resolve it.
It was very Vision.
Which means that he is the true Vision.
See, I love that they leaned into Vision's strength. But I feel like they're still figuring out what's cool about Wanda.
Oh.
You know? Because there weren't a whole lot of money shots in her fight where it's like, whoa, there's going to be like fan art of that forever. But like 2 Visions in a library, I could see somebody drawing that.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's what's important.
And that's what matters. The content produced in DeviantArt.
Yeah. I never go to DeviantArt.
No, neither do I. Kidding me?
When Wanda, like you talked about, brought Agatha into, back to where she was tied up with the Coven of Witches. And Agatha is hamming it up like, oh my god, please, no, please. And then suddenly all the witches are like, Wanda. And Wanda's like, oh, I fucked up maybe.
Oh, fuck. Maybe I don't know all of this as good as I thought.
And yeah, Agatha's like, told you. Yeah, you're a witch. And then Wanda's crown appears, like like Agatha's mother's crown did in the last episode. And I noticed, like, because they went with a shorter style, it is much more hellish. Like, they look much more like horns. Wanda and Agatha have their final fight, which we've already talked about. The one thing I am glad about is that they avoided doing I've absorbed too much power.
Oh.
And now I'm destroyed because I couldn't handle it. But no, Wanda created runes, and so Agnes can't use her power. And then Wanda seemingly sucks out Agnes's power,
Yeah.
which this okay, first of all, the costume reveal. It's the most gorgeous costume in the MCU, I think.
Yeah, so far, definitely.
And I feel like that reveal looked just as good as the Hydra base scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked great.
Yeah, and what I thought she did a kind of like a illusion or a mirage thing with Agatha, because I think I mentioned this to you that in the comics, she does the same thing with the Emerald Warlock in one of their fights, displaying his full power, and she's starting to look like old and like turning old and frail and like can't handle that. All the time, and she's like, "Bam, bitch!" And yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was maybe they were doing a callback to that, but I thought
so
it was
similar
really
that
well
they
done.
must be.
Yeah, I thought it was well done.
But I think she really was being absorbed because she was shooting shots at Agatha and shooting shots to Miss Agatha to create the runes.
Yeah.
So she didn't want her to know what she was doing. So she would give up some of her life force to get it back in the end. But this leans into like the prophecy of it all because she does not become the Scarlet Witch until Agatha not only tells her who she is, but she gives her some of her power. So if Agatha had not intervened at all,
The Scarlet Witch would have never been forged.
she would have destroyed
What
herself.
a dummy.
What a dummy.
Fucking idiot.
And it's born from her selfishness. Like, in a way, the Coven of Witches was trying to stop the Scarlet Witch now in that, like, mind flashback, and back then by destroying Agatha.
Yeah.
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 So I thought that was worth considering, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way that Wanda was like, I don't need you to tell me who I am. But you literally did. You literally needed that.
No, I guess that what she meant was like she forges her own destiny. Blah 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 blah. Blah.
Right, like she doesn't
Blah, blah,
have
blah.
to be the destroyer of the world. She can be a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It didn't feel as triumphant as I felt like they wanted it to be. Did you feel that way about it?
I thought it was a cool scene. I thought
her delivery was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably another actress wouldn't have done it as well. No. She did it fine. She did it pretty good, actually. Yeah.
So what's the metaphor here? Is Agatha a toxic therapist? I don't need you to tell me who I am.
I
You
guess.
son of a bitch. You overcharge me too. Yeah. So she turns Agatha back into Agnes, and you see
Yeah.
the tears in her eyes.
A little bit like.
Yeah, she's like, "You're gonna need me," and Wanda's like, "Well, I'll know where to
I'll find you.
And Agatha calls her cruel.
Mm-hmm.
How the turntables.
How the turntables.
Yeah, so now we get our touching goodbyes. Wanda says goodbye to her children.
Oh yeah. Is that where I started? Yeah, definitely. I cried.
Yeah.
Like a wee baby. A wee baby.
You know what I liked about it? A little detail is that they each kiss one son and then they crisscross and kiss the other son.
Yeah.
I feel like that is such a parent thing to do. I'm glad, I don't know, I'm just glad it's in there. And then Vision says, "Good night, chaps." And then they die.
Yeah. They all die. I thought the last moments were very touching between him and Wanda.
Yes.
He's asking who he really is, and she's like, "Oh, you are the last, like, the small piece of this mind stone in me, and my love and my hope." And
Yeah. It was really sweet.
Why?
And what really got me in their goodbye is when Vision sees the barrier approaching, he takes a deep breath. Like he is really scared to die. He really does exist.
Yeah.
And there's just something tragic about that. And I feel like, in a small way, this scene showcases Wanda's transformation because he says, I think it stands to reason that if we've said goodbye before, and she says, we'll say hello again. And in that moment, she sees him scared, and she is comforting him. She created him for her comfort. And in
Yeah.
his final moments, she is there for him. And I think that's beautiful. So, yeah, the episode really needed more of this and less of the laser blast fight. Yeah, so Wanda back to where she started. The hex is gone. She's in the middle of the empty plot of land, but completely changed. And she runs into Monica after walking past all the pissed off townspeople. And Monica's like, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Fist bump, sister.
Yeah. Powered sisters.
Wanda's like, you're so weird, and then flies away.
Okay, bye. TTYL.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the end. And then we get 2 post-credit scenes.
Woo. Well, the first one is, I think it's a hint towards
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Do you think Monica will become the second Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
I dig it.
She'll probably be her own character well before.
Oh yeah,
that.
she's gonna be Spectrum first.
Yeah.
But I'm
Like-
thinking in the long
Like
run.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Falcon first, and maybe Captain America later.
Yeah, but definitely right. He's definitely gonna be Captain America.
I would be surprised.
It'd be shocking if he wasn't.
Many people would be pissed.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin Feige even said, like, the shows are, like, meant to let you dive deeper into the characters, but they don't want to make it so that you have to watch the shows to know what's going on in the movie.
Oh.
So if what we saw in Endgame was Cap going, here's the shield, Falcon, and Bucky shows up as Captain America, people are going to be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck just happened?
What the...
Cutscene. And we also have the other post-credit scene where...
The cabin in the woods.
The cabin in the woods. For some reason, I thought about Logan. I told you.
Yeah.
That scene where they're escaping towards Canada.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure she's in Canada. So I'm not...
Yeah. This is the X-Men crossover.
Yeah.
Okay? That... Ralph Boner was a red herring, but Hugh Jackman has been confirmed for the next projects.
Yeah.
I hate YouTubers like that.
If you look into the distance, you'll see like Logan and X-23 running away. You know?
Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw that.
Swear to God, I saw them.
They were
filming
off screen.
But I saw them, and only me.
If there's a
Please
pixel...
like and subscribe. But anyway, I like the scene where she's shown to be clearly stronger.
Yeah. Instead of astral projecting, she's literally multiplied herself, and one is making tea, and the other is reading the Book of the Damned. That would creep me the fuck out, reading that book alone in a cabin. Are you kidding me?
But then again, she's the Scarlet Witch. I don't think she scares that easily.
Yeah, but...
And it's the day.
She doesn't know about any of this stuff, though. Like, I would be out of my mind terrified to read that thing. Well, that's why I'm not the Scarlet Witch also.
Yeah, clearly.
But yeah, you hear her kids calling, and she closes the book angrily. And that's the end.
So where are the kids?
It seems like in hell.
You think so?
If this is a hell book. Yeah. Okay. Yes. We're either getting Nightmare or Mephisto. It's probably gonna not be till Doctor Strange. Yeah. I know it's hard. I still feel like episode 8 was the peak. It was the strongest. I was disappointed in the fight here, but overall I felt like it was a good wrap up.
Yeah, it was a good ending.
Yeah. Like the show as a whole, it did its job.
Yeah, I think it was great.
And it's a great start to this new phase of shows.
Yeah. Which makes me a little bit more excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I wasn't, but then I watched the Super Bowl commercial or the Super Bowl
It was
ad,
better, right?
the trailer.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll review it, but.
Oh, you don't know if we'll review it?
No, I need a palate cleanser first, like Venom. I need.
Yes.
You know that usually palate cleansers are meant.
Is our next one.
I need something shitty that I can hate so that I can rejuvenate myself and this has been so draining.
Like, hit rock bottom and eat McDonald's before you're like, all right, diet starts tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Which, I mean, we're going from a Sony Marvel property to Marvel, so it's kind of like going from McDonald's to Subway.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It depends on your definition of diet.
Didn't you see the Subway commercials? That guy lost so much weight.
Yeah, and then he became a pedophile. Or I guess
from Subway. Because he ate Subway sandwiches.
Yeah.
They're
That's
like,
what happens when you eat cardboard.
I put the pedophile chemical inside the bread. What's that doing here?
That's like the worst type of chemical X.
Oh, the absolute worst.
Ooh, yeah.
What have we done?
I don't know. I think that this is where we end the episode.
Do you want to do a number rating? Or does that
for the whole show?
Does that even matter?
I don't know. Like 8 out of 10, 8.5, I would say.
Based on episode 8, like I would give it, I feel like I want to go for 8.
Yeah.
And episode
8
9.
For episode 8.
Episode 9 feels like a 7.
Oh, okay. But if it balances out, it ends up in like an 8.
Yeah. Math.
Math, what is it?
But also, I mentioned to you this before episodes ago, but I wish the sitcom stuff was funnier. Like, those are my main issues.
It's not what the story is about.
It's not what the story is about, but I feel like if Marvel is going to continue to succeed, they need to not use their fans that they've already made as a crutch. Like,
okay.
I want to know what people's experience was with this as their first Marvel thing. Like, I wish we had an audience, because that is the question I would ask. I would love to know.
Yeah, what people that have never seen another Marvel property and were like, huh, Wanda.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
I want to know how intriguing it was, like, if they fell off or what had them stay on. Because, like, I feel like episode 2 was pretty funny in the sitcom world, but for the most part, but their acting was really good.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to say that maybe it's just that the humor of that time is not the same as our humor, but I've watched Bewitched and I find it hilarious.
Exactly.
So so yeah.
I just it's just too hard to put a number on it for me.
Yeah.
So
maybe we just don't give it a number. We give it stars. We give it all the stars in the universe.
Good stuff.
Glad
it's over. I'm so ready to move on.
Yeah, I need to process this.
Yeah.
So much hurt, so much love.
All right. So next time we're likely watching Venom, and this has been Kath and Mikey Make a Podcast.
Bye, guys.
Thank you and goodbye.